Good morning, everyone. Today we shall discuss the elementary transformation of a matrix. So, here the elementary transformation of matrix. What is the elementary transformation of a matrix? When we use some operations on matrix, on the elements of matrix, and that operations are known as uh, elementary transformations. So the here we can write the following operations are used on a matrix is known as elementary transformation. Actually, basically, the elementary transformation are of two types because actually here we shall use two types of matrix elementary transformation of on a matrix. Number one is row elementary transformation, and number two is column elementary transformation. So here there are two types of elementary transformations. Number one, number one, row elementary transformation. Row elementary transformation. In short, we can say REO, RET, या इसको हम ये भी कह सकते हैं रो, REO, row elementary operation. Here number two is column elementary transformation. Column elementary transformations. Or we can say in short CEO, CET, or CUO, CEO. CEO means column elementary operation. So we can write here the following operations used or applied on the elements of rows of given matrix is known as row elementary row elementary transformations. Whereas you can add the same definition here. The following operations used or applied on the elements of columns of a given matrix is known as column elementary transformation. Known as So I have written here as per elementary transformation of a matrix concern, there are two elementary transformations are identified. There are two elementary transformations are applied on a matrix. Number one is called row elementary transformation. Number two is called column elementary transformation. Number one is called row elementary transformation. Number two is called column elementary transformation. Here, the following operations, I have not written the operation. I have to discuss the operations. Which operations applied on the elements of a row of a matrix, and that operations are known as row elementary transformation, or in short we can say RET or REO. REO means row elementary operations, we can say. And here is column elementary transformations, CET and CEO. CET means column elementary transformation. CEO means column elementary operations. The following operations are used on and applied on elements of columns of a given matrix are known as column elementary transformation. Which type of operation? So there are three. Basically, the three types of operations may be used on a matrix on elements of row, known as row elementary transformation and row elementary operation. Whereas there are three operations which is used on column of elements of column of a matrix are known as column elementary transformation or column elementary operations. Let me discuss one by one. Here, number one, I am going to discuss number one. Number one, for the elementary row transformation, the interchange of any two rows, the interchange of any two rows. Actually, this is the first elementary transformation on applied on the elements of row. Actually, when we can say Ri is going to interchange with Rj. Ri is going to interchange with Rj, that is ith row, the ith elements of the elements of ith row are interchanged to jth row of a matrix. This is the first one. And the same one, on the same, for the first in the column transformation, the interchange of any of elements of any two columns. This is the first of column transformation, that is Ci is going to interchange with Cj, the elements of ith column are interchanged to the corresponding elements of jth column. This is the first one, and actually these are I have told you, मैंने आपसे बताया था कि जो इंटरचेंज ऑफ एनी टू रोज है वो आपका एलिमेंट्री रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में आएगा. दिस इज द फर्स्ट वन. एंड द सेकेंड वन जो आपका एलिमेंट्री कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, इसमें आएगा द इंटरचेंज ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एनी टू कॉलम्स. And the second one, and we shall discuss this with the help of an example. Here we consider, for example, let us take A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Applying R2 is going to interchange with R3. Applying R2 is going to interchange with R3. Then what will happen here? A matrix, new matrix is obtained here. New matrix obtained here. This is 1, 2, 3 because R1 is remain same. R2 and R3 are interchanged. So elements of R1 will be replaced by corresponding elements of R2, whereas elements of R2 will be replaced by elements of corresponding elements of R3. So here we can say it is 7, 8, 9 and 4, 5, 6. This is a new matrix. And this is in this way, when we apply any transformation, root transformation or either or column transformation, so these two matrices are not same, but A is equivalent to this matrix, equivalent to this matrix. So we use this symbol. A is equivalent to, after applying R2 is going to interchange with R3, we can write this one. Again we can say applying R1 is going to interchange with R2. So we write A is equivalent to 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. तो इस तरह से हम देखते हैं कि अगर कोई भी रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाना है या कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाना है, तो रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एक चीज बड़ा क्लियर आपको बता दे रहे हैं हम कि ये दोनों ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में किसी भी मैट्रिक्स में अगर एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाते हैं तो आपको रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन थ्रू आउट लगाना पड़ेगा और उसमें कहीं बीच में कोई भी कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इस्तेमाल नहीं होगा. इट इज वेरी क्लियर. ये ध्यान में बैठा लीजिएगा कि व्हेन यू आर डूइंग सम क्वेश्चन विद द हेल्प ऑफ रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, सबसे पहला आपने ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इस्तेमाल कर लिया रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, तो उस बीच में कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते हैं. एंड यू हैव टू डू इंटायर प्रॉब्लम बाय यूजिंग द रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एट द लास्ट, टिल द लास्ट. इसी तरह से अगर हम किसी मैट्रिक्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए अगर हम कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं, उस मैट्रिक्स को निकालने के लिए या अप्लाई करने के लिए एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं, तो सबसे लास्ट तक कॉलम ही ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का इस्तेमाल होगा और ये दूसरा आपका बीच में कहीं भी कोई रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इस्तेमाल नहीं करना होगा. ये एक्चुअली व्हाई वी स्टडी दिस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन. हियर हम लोग जो पढ़ रहे हैं मैट्रिक्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, ये एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जो पढ़ रहे हैं, एक्चुअली बेसिकली ये आपको सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशंस को सॉल्व करने के लिए इस्तेमाल में आता है. तो अगर सिस्टम को लीनियर ऑफ इक्वेशन की बात करेंगे हम, उसके इस्तेमाल में आता है, तो इसमें तीन तरह के ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की पॉसिबिलिटीज होती है. जैसे आपका मैंने बताया पहला जो इंटरचेंज है वो आपका इंटरचेंज ऑफ एनी टू रोज, यानी कोई भी दो रो को हम आपस में इंटरचेंज कर सकते हैं. उसी तरह से जब कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो आप लिख सकते हैं कि द इंटरचेंज ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एनी टू कॉलम्स, और इसका इस्तेमाल हम लोग ऐसे कर सकते हैं. तो सो आई हैव रिटन हियर the interchange of any two rows and meaning thereby the elements of ith row are interchanged to jth row of the matrix. Whereas I have shown this with the help of an example. Whereas when we apply the column transformation on a matrix, so you write the elements of ith column are interchanged to corresponding elements of jth column. We can say here also the elements of ith row are interchanged to with the interchanged to the corresponding element of jth row of a matrix. We can write this on. ये आपको समझने के ऊपर है कि जेथ करस्पॉन्डिंग कैसे एलिमेंट्स का इंटरचेंज होता है, मैंने एग्जांपल से बताया है। इसी तरह से अगर हम इसी एग्जांपल को हम लोग कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए देखें, एग्जांपल को अगर हम कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए देखें, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, जस्ट आई विल शो इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एन एग्जांपल हियर. This is example. Suppose A has a matrix, same matrix I have taken, 1, 2, 3, and here is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Applying C1 is going to interchange with C3. C1 is going to interchange with C3. Then the matrix obtained is equivalent to here 1, 2, 3, the first row. But what is the first column elements? 1, 4, 7. And the third column elements are 3, 6, 9. तो फर्स्ट कॉलम के एलिमेंट्स को करस्पॉन्डिंग 3, 6, 9 थर्ड कॉलम के एलिमेंट से आपस में इंटरचेंज करेंगे, तो 1 की जगह पर हो जाएगा 3, और 3 की जगह पर हो जाएगा 1, 4 की जगह पर हो जाएगा 6, और 6 की जगह पर हो जाएगा 4, 7 की जगह हो जाएगा 9, और 9 की जगह पर हो जाएगा 7, एंड द सेकेंड कॉलम एलिमेंट्स रिमेन सेम, और ये दूसरे कॉलम का एलिमेंट सेम रहेगा. Further, you can applying C2 is going to interchange with C3. You can get a matrix A is equivalent to 3, 2, 3, 6, 9, and here is 1, 4, 1, 4, 7, and 2, 5, 8, because the elements of C2 will be interchanged by the elements of C3. In this way, we can understand the first uh, row transformation, and the second row transformation I am going to discuss with the second row transformation. Here the second one is second row transformation mean the multiplication of elements of any one row by a non-zero scalar k. The multiplication of elements of any one row by a non-zero scalar k, that is Ri is going to interchange with k times of Ri, where k is non-zero scalar. Non-zero scalar, where k is non-zero scalar. That is we can write this in the description. The ith row, the elements of ith row, the elements of ith row is changed by multiplying the elements by a non-zero scalar. By a non-zero scalar. And with the help of this, we can have an example. For example, if A is a matrix, you can take this matrix is 1, 2, 3, uh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Applying applying R1 is going to change with 4 times of R2. R1 4 times of R1. So we can write here A is equivalent to a matrix here. The elements of R1 are 1, 2, 3. The elements of R1 are 1, 2, 3. When it is multiplied by 4, it becomes 4, 8, 12. So we can write here 4, 8, 12 because 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12, 5, 6, 7 is sorry 4, 4, 5, 7, 6 is remain same and 7, 8, 9. तो इस तरह से हम आपको रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का ये सेकंड वन जो आपका है मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एनी वन रो बाय अ नॉन जीरो स्केलर की। इसी तरह से आपका कॉलम में भी है। कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए दूसरा वाला सेम है, बस इतना ही रखना रहता है कि यहाँ पर जो एलिमेंट्स ऑफ वन रो लिखा है इट बिकम्स फॉर द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ वन कॉलम। तो यहाँ हम कह सकते हैं कि द मल्टीप्लिकेशन the multiplication the multiplication of elements of any one column by a non-zero scalar k by a non-zero scalar k, that is ci is going to interchange with k times of ci, where k is non-zero scalar, that is the elements of ith column can be is changed can be changed can be changed by multiplication or multiplying, we can say by multiplying the elements by k. Let us discuss with example. Just I am taking the same example here. Let me applying the second column transformation on this matrix. So we can apply C1 is going to change with 3 times of C1. C1 is going to change with the 3 times of C1. So we look at the elements of C1. The elements of C1 are 1, 4, 7. And when we multiply by 3 all these elements, so 3 1 are 3, 3 4 are 12, and 7 3 are 21. So here is 3 2 1. Now 1 4 7 becomes, after multiplying the C1 interchange with the C1 changes to C3 C1. So it gives 3, 12, 21 is the limit. Similarly, we can apply some more. Suppose I'm going to apply applying C2 is going to interchange with uh, mm, suppose it is 1 by 2 C2. So this matrix A is equivalent to what is the elements of C2? Elements of C2 are 2, 5, 8. So at the place of 2, 5, 8, we can write after multiplying 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is multiplied to 2 is 1. 5 by 2, second one is 5 by 2, and 8 by 2 is multiplied, it is 4. And the elements of C1 remain same, C3, 12 and 21, and here is 1, 4 and 7. So in this way we can apply the second element of the second row transformation as well as the second column transformation. Let me discuss with the third one. Third one, the addition or subtraction or subtraction of k times of elements of any row to the corresponding elements of other row. The addition or subtraction of k times of elements of any row to the corresponding elements of other row. Meaning thereby, suppose you are going to change Ri may be changed with the Ri plus k times of Rj plus or minus. I am here. Addition or subtraction. या तो हम Ri प्लस कर लें k टाइम्स ऑफ Rj या Ri माइनस कर दें k टाइम्स ऑफ Rj. And it may be clear with the help of an example. Is very easy manner. I'm just considering the example because this third rule is same applied same for the column transformation. So here we can use an example. A is, I am writing here, A is 1, 2, 3, and here is uh, 2, 4, 6, and here we can say uh, 3, 7, 8. I am just writing here a matrix A. This matrix A is 1, the first row elements are 1, 2, 3, and the second row elements are 2, 4, 6, and third row elements are 3, 7, 8. Let me discuss the rule. The addition or subtraction of k times the elements of any row to the corresponding elements of other row. So just let me change. R1 is going to change. Applying. Here you write applying. R1 is going to interchange with R1 plus 2 times 1 by 2 times of R2. You can change. R1 is plus 1 by 2 times of R2, or we can say R1 minus 1 upon 2 times of R2. What will happen here? R1 elements of R1 are, here we can say elements of R1 are 1, 2, 3, and to have to subtract minus the elements of corresponding elements of R2 is divided by 1 by 2 or multiplied by 1 by 2. So it becomes 1, 2 into 1 by 2, 4 into 1 by 2, 6 into 1 by 2, and subtract it. When you look at 2 into 1 by 2, it is nothing but it is 1. 4 into 1 by 2, it is nothing but 2. 6 into 1 by 2 means it's nothing but 3. When you subtract, you will get 0, 0, 0. So this matrix A is equivalent to, on applying this, it is 0, 0, 0. Here is 2, 4, 6 and 3, 7, 8. Again we can applying R2 is going to change with R2 plus R3. Then the matrix will be equivalent to, here 0, 0, 0. R2 will be changed. So R3 will remain same. R3 will remain same. R2 is going to change. So R2 is going to change R2 plus R3. R2 plus R3 are the corresponding elements of R2 and R3 are 2, 3. 2 and 3 is added, or we can say uh, uh, 2 times of R3. We can say 2 times of R3. So when we make a 2 times of R3, the elements of R3 are uh, 6, 14, 16, because when 2 is multiplied to the elements of R3, 6, 3 to the 6, 7 to the 14, or 8 to the 16, and it has to be added with the elements of R2. So you write here elements of R2, here is 2, 4 and 6. Then we add, you can say 8, 18, and here is 22. 6 plus 2 is 8, 14 plus 4 is 18, and 16 plus 6 is 22. So at the place of elements of R2 we can write 8, 18, and 22, whereas elements of R3 remain same, 3, 7, and 8. So we can say in this way we can apply the addition or subtraction of k times of elements of any row to the corresponding elements of a other row. So that is Ri changes to. You can say here is Ri changes to, or Ri is going to change. You can pronunciate, you can say, you can read as Ri changes to Ri plus k times Rj, or we can say Ri is going to change with Ri minus k times of Rj. In this way, we can we can apply the third rule of elementary transformation, that is row elementary transformation. In the same way, we can write for the column also. In case of column transformation, third rule, column transformation, column elementary transformation, the third rule is, now I'm going to write here the same way. The addition or subtraction, the addition or subtraction of k times of elements of any column to the corresponding elements of other column, that is Ci is going to interchange with Ci plus Ci changes to, I'm sorry, we pronunciate this, Ci changes to Ci plus k times of Cj, or we can say Ci is going to change with Ci plus minus k times of Cj, where k is any non-zero scalar. So look at the example. With the help of example, it may be very clearly. It is very important. देखो ये कोई भी एग्जाम्पल इसके लेते हैं तो इस एग्जाम्पल से बड़ा क्लियर हो जाता है ये जो रूल है थर्ड जो कि कॉलम के लिए अप्लाई किया गया है, और ये जो तीन रूल आपको बताया जो तीन है आपके कॉलम के लिए, वही सेम रूल आपके रो के लिए भी अप्लाई किए जाते हैं, और वो दोनों ही रूल आपके एक दूसरे के तरह से होते हैं. तो सो वी कैन से देयर आर 6 रूल ऑफ एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. 3 of them are for row transformation and 3 of them are for column transformation. So let me discuss the example. Just I am taking here is A. We can say 3, 6, 9, and here is 4, 5, 7, and here is 6, 18, and uh, 6, 12. We can say 12. I am taking an example, and 18. 6, 12, and 18. Just I am taking an example. We want to apply this rule. So applying C3 is going to change. C3 is going to change. C3 is going to change, or C3 changes to C3 minus 2 times of C1. I have taken here. C3 is changes to C3 minus 2 times of C1. So the matrix A is equivalent to the matrix obtained here. Because here is C1 remains same because we have not applied any column transformation on the elements of C1. So C1 as it is, C1 will remain same, elements of C1 will remain same. So here is 3, 6 and 9 will remain same. C3, C2 I am not going to apply with the elements of C2. So C2 will remain same, that is 4, 5 and 7. But C3 changes. C3 changes. You write here the elements of C3 are elements of C3 are 6, 12 and 18, or in this way you can write here is in vertical line 6, 12 and 18 minus times 2 times of C1, minus times 2 times of C1, 6, 2 times of C1 minus times 12, 2 times of C1 minus 18. So it is 0, 0, 0, and so here is 0, 0, 0. On the same way, when we apply, because we are going to apply here, again applying uh, C1 is going to change with C1 minus C2. Yeah, one time C2, or we can say C2 is going to change. Suppose C2 is going to change. I'm just applying C2 is going to change C2 minus 2C1, we can say. So this matrix is equivalent to A is equivalent to C1, C2, C1 will remain same, that is 3, 6 and 9 will remain same, and C3 will remain same, but C2 is going to change. So what is C2? You write here C2 elements of C2 are 4, 5 and 7, and the elements of C1 multiplied by 2 minus times, so minus minus minus, and 2 times of C1, that is 6, 2 times of C1, that is 12, 2 times of C1 means 18, and here is minus 2, minus 7, minus 11. So here you can write minus 2, minus 7, minus 11. So in this way we can apply the third rule of for the column transformation. Uh, these three transformation are very important. Let me explain further. Whenever here just we are going to study these transformation is applicable to find the inverse of a matrix without finding the cofactor, minor, adjoint. We can also find the inverse of a matrix with the help of elementary transformation, either row transformation, elementary transformation, or column row elementary transformation. So it is these are the very important. I think you these rules are very clear. The three rules are applied for the root transformation, and the same when we apply these three rules for the column transformation. Let me explain further. ये बड़ा क्लियर है, इसको बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसको ध्यान से समझ लीजिए. जब किसी मैट्रिक्स का इन्वर्स निकालने के लिए जब तक न कहा जाए कि रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से निकालिए या कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन निकालिए, अगर क्वेश्चन न कहा जाए, तब तक आप जो है अपने मन से सिर्फ अगर अप्लाई करेंगे, अगर यू वांट टू स्टार्ट दिस प्रॉब्लम विद द हेल्प ऑफ रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, तो यू अप्लाई द इंटायर क्वेश्चन आफ्टर टिल द एंड द रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. एंड जब तक ये ना कहा जाए, जब स्टार्ट करते हो कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से, तो कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन को अप्लाई करते हुए पूरे में कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगेगा. बीच में कहीं भी अगर रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं जाएगा और ना ही कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जाएगा. यानी कि अगर कोई क्वेश्चन रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से करना है तो रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का ही पूरे सवाल में इस्तेमाल होगा, उसमें कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का इस्तेमाल वर्जित है, उसका इस्तेमाल नहीं होगा. अगर किसी क्वेश्चन को स्टार्ट करते हैं आपको कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है से, तो वो पूरे में सोल्यूशन तक आपको कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ही यूज करना होगा, उसमें रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कहीं से इस्तेमाल नहीं होगा. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट द let us start the inverse of a matrix by elementary transformation. Elementary transformation. Inverse of a matrix by elementary transformation. This idea was given by, इसको कहा जाता है गॉस गॉस. चाहे अभी बाद में इसको डिस्कस करेंगे, पहले आपको सिखाते हैं हम कि इनवर्स ऑफ ए मैट्रिक्स बाय एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कैसे निकालेंगे. इसके लिए जरा सा ध्यान से देखिए. मैडम जरा सा इसको पॉज कर दें ताकि अभी थोड़ा सा पसीना पूछ लें, फिर मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ आगे. सो इनवर्स ऑफ ए मैट्रिक्स बाय elementary transformation, and it is known as Gauss Jordan elimination method. Elimination method. Gauss Jordan elimination method. इनवर्स ऑफ ए मैट्रिक्स, यू नो, जब आप जानते हैं कि किसी भी मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स निकालना होता है, तो उन्हीं मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स निकल सकता है जिसका डिटर्मिनेंट जीरो ना हो. मीनिंग देयर बाई the matrix A is said to be invertible if its determinant, that is, it is not singular matrix. What is non-singular? Meaning thereby determinant of the matrix is not equal to 0. So if your matrix, suppose here inverse of a matrix you want to find, let us take an example. Let A be any non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Then A is invertible. A is invertible, meaning thereby inverse of A exists. Inverse of A exists. Then we can write, so we try to write A in two ways. A को दो तरह से लिखा जा सकता है. इसमें ए को लिखने का तरीका पहला हो सकता है ए इज इक्वल्स आई टाइम्स ए, एंड ए को दूसरे तरह का हो सकता है ए इज इक्वल्स ए टाइम्स आई, आई इज वेयर आई इज आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स, आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स। और यहां जो आपका आई है ये भी आपका आई आपका आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स है, आई इज आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स। अब हम आपको बताएं कि इस दो तरह से लिखने का तरीके का क्या मतलब है, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग। टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू क्लोज दिस lecture, and tomorrow we shall discuss further. Thank you.